For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Telling you guys a bit of sort of a explaining video really about kind of what is a tent carpet. So a carpet is a term in camping that can, in theory, mean different things depending on what it is. So I suppose there's two different ways. So we've got probably what I call more of a tent carpet and then what I call more of an awning carpet. Now, even though we know what carpets are for sort of a house and we see them all the time, they are got different purposes in what they do. So if we start with a tent carpet is basically designed like a tent, sort of a home carpet really. It adds a bit more comfort to our tent. It actually helps for insulation as well. And what you find is actually they normally tend to be made up of, there's a sort of almost like a water resistant backing, and then you've got a layer of foam in there, and then a nice sort of fleecy kind of top sheet, which obviously is brilliant sort of when you step out of, a bit nicer underfoot, especially if you've got kids and things like crawling around. It makes quite a bit of difference that they're not sort of, you know, taking a harshness or any sort of stones or anything on the ground, so that works really well. Most tent carpets actually tend to be more bespoke made for certain models, so they'll find there might be a designated carpet per model. There are a range of universal ones you find, so if it's not a carpet, your tent hasn't got a bespoke carpet made for it, then you find something that's approximate size-wise, and it tends to work really, really nicely. We actually, as a company, do actually manufacture carpets and bespoke carpets, and we have done for over 10 years now. So it's something when certain ones are available, we have made in the past, but being sort of made in the UK, naturally is a bit more cost to it as such. We also have made actually a bedroom carpet, so excuse me, a generic size one to go pretty much nearly in most bedrooms again, so it adds a bit more insulation in when you step out sort of barefooted. You're not into that sort of cold ground sheet, you've actually got something a bit nicer underfoot. Some actually fitted carpets as well will actually have kind of either clip-in or have toggle points around it. So what you can find is actually they have elasticated cords you can wrap around, for example this one here, wrap around the air beam, that way it stops it sliding around. And that's probably one of the benefits having more of a fitted version. I know people have put sort of almost like a non-slip matting underneath it to try and stop it moving around, but the key thing is, like I said, the way these attaches, or you can mock up your own kind of attachment in many ways. That's definitely sort of the main kind of benefit of it really. Now, moving on to kind of an awning carpet. An awning carpet almost has a different purpose. It's not so much about kind of sort of keeping the water out or a bit more cozy. It's a little bit about that, but it's all about breathability. Now, with caravans and places, you're more likely to be there for a longer period than you are camping. So campsites do tend to get a bit more finicky about making sure the grass doesn't get killed by the amount of people coming in. So breathability is one of the key criteria when it comes to that. You will find something like this, for example, is cushioned as well. So you have got that element of kind of softness to it. But in terms of material, it's definitely more kind of meant for going directly on the ground. Some people can put ground sheets underneath it. Problem is it needs to be breathable if you want to keep the campsite happy. If you're on sort of hard standing, for example, then it doesn't really matter. You can put a sort of ground sheet or a footprint down first and then use something a bit nicer, or even to be fair, more a tent carpet on top if you're not too worried about it. The joys are certainly for grass. What it allows air to pass through, so you don't necessarily kill off the air from the grass itself. And you have different versions of these. So this is what I call like a cushion carpet. We've then got kind of an easy tread, which essentially from a price point of view is sort of a bit more inexpensive. And then we do also there are a range of sort of acrylic carpets. Again, these tend to be sort of more bespoke made for certain sort of porch awnings. Alternatively, there's kind of a run of sizes for full awnings, depending on how wide or how long your caravan is. They tend to be a set sort of depth of sort of 2.5 meters, which is a kind of traditional kind of awning in many ways. For more information on that, you can always check the link below the video itself. It'll take you straight through the website. We've got a whole range of carpets that is available. But if you have any more questions and queries about it, you can always sort of contact us directly as well. But that kind of in a nutshell gives you a bit more of an idea about kind of what is a tent carpet and then also what is an awning carpet. So yeah, for any more information, feel free to ask. But thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.